Welcome back to my channel, Get Sharp, where I sharpen knives. My name's Corey, and today we have a very special tool to me. This is the multi-tool that built modern America, the Leatherman. I think probably everybody's owned one in their lifetime, and yeah, I can't think of a more iconic knife or tool than the Leatherman. It's got so many different uses. So this is my my, so to speak, everyday carry Leatherman. I don't carry it every day, but you know, it kicks around the house, and when I need a tool and I don't feel like running into the toolbox, this is my go-to. I've had this thing, this Leatherman Wave, for at least 20 years, maybe longer, and it's definitely gotten dull over time. I've yet to take it to my new sharpening system, the Tormek T-8, so I'm excited about that. I did a little research and found that new from the factory, they put a 16-degree edge on the primary knife. The serrated knife blade is 20, but today we're going to work on the straight blade. I've already set up my jig and measured it out so it's on there perfectly, and I've already taken my measurements. Took my angle setting tool, adjusted it, sized it up, and just double check. We're sitting at 16 degrees. This is going to be a fun one for me because it's such a short blade. I've been doing machetes all weekend and getting pretty tired of those long ones. That instant gratification is always nice. And just like that, I'm already at the heel. I've been going on the long bar all day, back and forth, back and forth. I'll have videos out on the machetes I've been working on soon. Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy how quick this system works on shorter blades. I'm not going to apply any pressure to the face. I really don't need to. The weight of the knife or of the tool does it for me. Just doing a couple really quick attacks on that. Looks like the last edge I put on there must have been a bit more shallow, because I can see half of it and half of what I'm doing right now. Last time I sharpened this, I sharpened it on a whetstone, and I know for a fact I didn't check and see what the factory edge angle was. If I had to guess, I was probably aiming for 15, but as it goes with whetstone, sometimes you get what you get. Looking back at a lot of my whetstone knives, I noticed I'd put more of a concave bevel on those knives compared to the angles you can achieve with the Tormek. Alright, looks like on the back side here I've completely taken over the old bevel. On this side though, I got a bit more to do. I'm going to just kind of focus on this side to even it out. Earlier today I honed the wheel, so it's nice and true right now, which is great. And then I dressed it up with the 80 grit diamond stone. I'm probably using too heavy of a grit, but boy, it makes for quick work. I've already taken off 2.5 millimeters of the stone since I acquired it. But I've been on this thing non-stop, just getting as many passes in time as I can possibly get on it. I'm getting a lot more confident. In my early days with it, I had a blade kick back on me. I dug the tip of the blade into the Japanese stone and got cut, and really put a lot of fear and respect for this machine into me. And as such, I'd been wearing the cut-proof gloves for about a week thereafter, but now I'm feeling a lot more confident. I haven't had a kickback since. I was gonna use the calculator on this knife for fun, but the calculations were not even close to what I was setting with the setting jig there. So I gave up on that, and I'll have to look in to see what values I might have messed up. I'm still trying to take over that old bevel. Can still see presence there. The blade was uneven as well. Alright, we got a little bit left on the heel, and then a little bit of meat right before the curve. Think about plugging this fan in, but if I do that, yeah, I can do that. I'm not using the lamp right now. Found this old General Electric fan, and Jesus, this thing, I mean, talk about they don't make them like they used to. We had our first taste of heat today in Seattle at 85 degrees. I know most of you are probably laughing at that, but when you're not used to it, it hits you hard. But yeah, what an amazing tool, the Leatherman. I mean, it really is the most iconic knife there is, in my opinion, or at least in the multi-tool category. I'm having to take off a lot more steel than I anticipated. This side's looking really good, but for some reason this side's just not getting there. Primarily the heel. I must not have been putting enough time on the heel. There we go. Now she's getting sharp. Got a little tad more right before the curve. Right in there. And then the heel. I was actually thinking about putting this knife in the small knife jig here, but then I realized that the blade sticks out of the side of the knife, so it wouldn't be centered on both sides. So I was kind of forced to use this jig here, and there's enough meat there to grab it, no problem. I spent some time trying to round up the corner today, so I might be having a hard time hitting that heel because of that. Oh, there we go. Still looks like I'm missing a couple millimeters, maybe, yeah. Still missing a good chunk here. Just about 9 millimeters of it is not forming yet. I can feel the burr everywhere else. Got a strong burr on the heel. Not much present in the center, and then a good burr on the tip. But let's just keep making more passes until we get her done. Boy, if I could sharpen blades this size all day, I'd be a happy man. It is so quick and easy. I have a customer that dropped off a Gerber machete, and I got to hand it off to him tomorrow. And while I was waiting on something, I thought I would check on it. Lo and behold, it wasn't sharp anymore. I pulled it out, and I noticed, same spot I'm having the issue with the Leatherman right now, this whole edge from here to here has folded. And I'm sitting there looking at it like, there's no friggin' way I put this thing down before testing everything, because I can see my mirrored edge, and it looks good. Like, I put time into this thing. And I remember doing the tests and, you know, cutting the U-line paper, the cigarette paper. I was happy. So I'm like, how the hell did this edge get damaged, you know, in 24, 48 hours time? This is the culprit. If you notice this dip right here, I don't know why they put that. This may be a bad sheath. At first glance I was thinking, oh, maybe they did this to follow the contour of the blade, but it's a straight blade. There's no recurve down here on the heel. So I think this is a bad defective sheath. But when you slide in, right here, boom, she's grinding on the fabric, and probably these buttons too, that metal right there. So that nice edge I put on this literally just got folded in one try there. 1, 2 technically. I may have put it in and out a couple times. I squeeze the bottom now and I insert it like you would a katana to try to stay away, keep the edge away from that. We'll see though. I texted the customer and let him know when I'm done here with the Leatherman, I'm gonna put that edge back on it, perfect it, tape it up, and hand it to him taped. So last thing I want is put that edge on there, sheath it, get to the customer, do a sharpness test, and have it fail. That's very embarrassing. Plus, it's not a good use of time. But I'll leave it up to him what to do about that sheath. Alright, that bad spot's gotten a lot smaller. I'm now down to 6 millimeters from 9. It was like 9.5. Look at how much fun it is to do a small blade. Just so quick and easy. I actually really like the sound of the grinding on the small knife too. It's very aggressive sounding. But yeah, I'm actually surprised Leatherman puts such an aggressive edge on here. 16 degrees. It's a lot flatter than I would have thought. I don't know why I decided to look it up. And I used Grok to look it up, and he seemed pretty confident. He sent me a link with it and everything, but he's been wrong in the past. Alright, that spot is dang near gone. A couple more passes and we're done here. I was thinking about, instead of busting out the Japanese stone, maybe we put a 1000 grit diamond plate on here. Which, if I understand correctly, I could grade this SG250 up to a 3000 grit stone, which in my book is plenty to knock the burr off and get it ready for the stropping. All signs of that spot are gone. Heel needs a little work on this side. I think just based off of my pattern, I don't always put a lot of time on the heel. I need to be more mindful of it. Let's do a quick level check here. Yeah, I'm very happy with the way this one's turning out so far. And then right there, what I did is I just set on the heel a little bit and just gave a little sideways pressure on it. They know, oh boy, yeah, just that one time right there just about perfected it. There's one little teeny nib on the apex I want to get rid of. Hit the heel, little pressure, pull away, boom. Well, that's not going away, this little imperfection. I must have dug into that during a prior sharpening session. It's just going to live there for a while. No sense in chewing off another millimeter of steel just because of a visual preference. Okay. Yeah, this thing looks really, really good right now. I think we're going to go ahead and try this. This diamond plate is said to be 1200 grit. So let's go ahead and dress this stone up. And I'm just going to do one pass on each side. Oh yeah, hear the difference? Can barely hear it now. Oh, what a difference that made. I really don't think this is going to show up on camera, but I'll do my best. This is the side of the blade. This is the side I did with the stone before I honed it or dressed it with the 120 diamond plate. This side is after the fact. I graded it with the 120, and boy, does it look a lot better. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a pass on the other side. And oh yeah, I feel a really good healthy burr. Turn my camera light back on. And we've developed the burr from the heel through the center, the curve, and the tip. So this is that's the type of burr I wanna see right there. Now we just folded that burr back over to the other side. Beautiful. I'm very happy with how this turned out. These smaller blades on this system are just so much more forgiving. And boy, what a sharp looking knife. Couldn't tell you how sharp it is right now, but we're about to find out. Gonna do my best with the jig on here. Little tear right off rip. Another tear. Well, that's what happens when you have a burr. That's adding, you know, if this is our apex, that burr's adding width to it, so it's just tearing. So we're gonna go ahead and rip that burr off. And I gotta decide on how I wanna do that. Do I wanna do it on the wheel? Or do I just wanna use the block? I think we're gonna go ahead and let's do the blue wheel first. I really enjoy that thing. Actually, you know what? No. We're just gonna take it to the stropping wheel. You know, on a weekend like this, I've got nothing but time. And I enjoy sharpening so much. It's no big deal for me to spend another 20 minutes of sharpening. But since I'm filming this, we're going to keep it short and sweet here. So this is our stropping wheel, or honing wheel. It's already got a good looking layer of compound on there, so I'm not going to add any more, but it is turning towards me. So I need to flip this bad boy around. And idea here is that I'm going to take that burr off. The burr's on this side. So I'm going to just make a little mark. That way I know. And since the burr's on your side, I'm going to start by honing the opposite side. So if you imagine I got this wire, this wire hanging off. So if my arm's the apex and I got this wire hanging off, if I go and put it down like this, it's gonna knock and just kind of not be a great looking, maybe not the smoothest way to knock that burr off. But if we put it on this way, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna thin off the area remaining between the burr and the blade itself, and eventually it'll just get so thin it's going to knock off very easily. So with that said, my burr's on this side down, so I'm going to take this at this angle and knock it off. But first I need to take this jig off. If it was a larger knife, I'd leave the jig on just in case I gotta freehand this. I've yet to figure out how to use the support bars for honing. I would love to learn that though. If anybody knows of any good links or videos on how to do that, please drop them in the comment section. I have this little angle gauge. It's not going to be super useful at such a low angle and such a small blade. It's magnetic. But what it will do for me is it'll give me a visual of about where I need to be. So my goal is to stay on top. I don't want to be down here. I don't want to be over here because the angles change. From the top, yeah boy, I can't move it much at all. But I just want to get a visual for what angle I need to maintain so I'm not going over my edge and dulling it. Right about there. Got very little room for a mistake here. Such a small blade. Turn my light on so I can see better. Burr's on that side. You can see that? I almost started to do exactly what I said I didn't want to do, which was start on the burr side. But I caught myself. I did hit it a little bit, but not much. It's not going to ruin the blade, it's just not my preferred process. I swear I can hear that burr getting knocked off the blade. I can hear it. I think I can at least. So I want to show you something. So here you can see I got a lot of compound on the face of the blade, and that's a good sign. That means that my angle of attack while using the honing wheel was actually lower than the angle I used during sharpening. And for my pilots out there, you probably heard me say angle of attack. Shout out to all my friends on DCS. Some of them have been asking why I haven't been flying lately. We've just had too much going on between Tanya's business. Now I'm doing this. I've got a full-time job as a banker. Looking at opening up another business, a partnership. We're busy right now. We are busy. Gotta make that money while you can. So now I'm feeling to see if that any evidence of that burr being there. It's definitely not on the side it started. I don't feel it on the other side as well. this honing process, the grit is so high. I think I heard or read it's anywhere from 50,000 to 100,000 grit. That said, you can't over hone. You can overdo your angle, which is not great for the blade, although I mean, it's steel. This is good steel. It shouldn't destroy the work I did. But we try to avoid it, right? But I could sit here for hours doing this, and all I'm doing is continuing to sharpen the blade further and further. See right there, I think I went over 16 degrees. I wasn't really paying attention. If there's anybody watching that's been doing this longer or better than me, I'd love to hear any tips and tricks that you have. Just pop them down in the comments below. I'm a self-taught knife sharpener. Definitely went over angle right there. The light's kind of playing with me a little bit. I lost her. I'm gonna do the 3-finger test here. Yeah, the heel's a little funky feeling. Go. Alright, will she cut? Oh, she'll cut. There's a little technique that actually goes into cutting this thin of paper. If it's folded, it's not going to cut as easy. So you kind of gotta attack it from a square angle. Oh, that's all those burr cuts from before are on the side. That extra little bit I did on the heel just feels so sharp. I could tell because it doesn't make much sound. Well, thank you for joining in, and I'll see you next time.